After singing about 3 songs, my voice starts to go hoarse. What do I do? Well, there are a lot of misconceptions about the voice, and I want to dispel a few things as we go along, okay? The first thing is that if you just sing a lot, by osmosis of singing a lot, your voice is going to get strong and powerful, and you're just going to be able to sing forever. That's just not true. But it's also not true that you should pamper the voice in such a way that you should only sing 3 or 4 songs because you're going to go hoarse and then you won't be able to sing for a couple days. That's also not true if you're training correctly. Now, let's look at Pavarotti, for example. Pavarotti, he's getting ready for an aria. He trained 3, 4, 5, 6 hours a day. Shouldn't he have lost his voice and be completely spent, be hoarse, and not be able to talk for 2 or 3 days? No, because he's training correctly. So if you go into a gym and you just start picking up a bunch of weight and you pull muscles and you just do that every so often, you're a weekender, you're going to tear down muscle structure that you're not going to be able to replenish and rebuild back up to build good quality muscle structure to give you the ability for endurance and longevity and stamina, okay? So what we do first is we train good quality scales of the vowels that we want to sing, and preferably about in the range of the songs that we normally sing. We don't want to shoot too high and strain, though we do want to increase range over time. We want to grow the voice over time, but we want to be responsible with this as we do this. So for example, we also go from what are called short tail or simple scales, like a triad, and I've done this a few times, but I want to do this with you. By the way, I have a singing course where I cover all of this stuff. You can find it right here at KenTamplinVocalAcademy.com, where the proof is in the singing, but I have a singing course called How to Sing Better Than Anyone Else with a free singing forum over there with over 25,000 singers, all getting really good at singing, which is where you should be too to start getting, or if you're already advancing in your vocal talents and abilities. So if we start with a simple triad, and let's just do one real quickly on an A vowel. Do this with me. Real bright, supported good from your diaphragm. If you don't know what that means, look at my free tutorials on on diaphragmatic singing. Look at my free tutorials on it's the la, ah vowels to get the vowel placement correct. But I'm just going to do the scale with you. By the way, it's not just singing scales that builds endurance at all. In fact, you could tear down muscle structure singing a scale just like you can singing a song. It doesn't make your voice stronger. In fact, it can build really bad habits. So on an A vowel, go watch my other videos, then come back and visit this. But la, do it with me just to get warmed up. La, ladies, you're up the octave. La, la. So we start with short note scale things like this arpeggio, this triad that I'm doing. Then we increase a little bit by going la, la, and we increase the length of the scale to kind of match up to a phrase in a song, right? Because you're going to sing longer phrases than just la. Then we step it up a little bit more. Let's change the vowel to A. And as we do this, if we're doing the vowels correctly, if we have good placement in the throat and good diaphragmatic support, what we're doing is we're building up stamina to be able to sing these songs safely. Now, we don't over sing. So a lot of people when they're singing, they're just full throttle. They're always on 10, and then we'd sing it like this. Right? We don't do that. We only sing as loud and with as much volume as we need to sing the passage that we're looking to sing. Now, it doesn't mean if you're a rock guy and you want to sing something kind of heavy, that's a whole different thing. I cover that in my singing course too. It has to do with glottal compression and sort of it's almost deceptive on how loud we're really singing. It sounds like we're singing loud, but we're actually cutting back the air, compressing the air, making you think we're singing louder than we really are to sound like we're really belting and screaming and yelling and all that stuff. So, but getting back to this, so we want to build tone and resonance, and this comes along for the ride. So we go through a plethora of these different kind of scales in different vowels so that each vowel has built muscle memory in the throat to sustain singing sentence phrases. So we sing these different sentence phrases, and then we learn to sing what are called soft consonants. So if you're singing, here I am, I'm yours. Okay. Instead of me going, here I am, baby, I'm yours, right? I won't sing that heavy. Here I am, baby, I'm yours, right? And I'll be real careful not to over-sing the consonants so I can have something called contiguous phrase singing, or meaning I'm connecting the vowels so I'm not closing off the back of the throat so I don't have to reseat or open up that ah vowel as I'm singing. It will sound like a vowel or a scale that right? So that my throat isn't closing and then I'm not going, here I am, baby, here I am, and I'm slamming consonant and vowel sounds, okay? So this is precisely how you train. Again, I cover all of this in my singing course where you can go through singing these vowels correctly. It's not just singing scales. Let me get this through your guys' head, folks. Don't just go thinking you're going to sing a bunch of scales and that's going to make you a super awesome singer. That is not how it works. It's how we sing the scales, how we control the strength in the abdomen, how we don't oversing, modifications of the vowels, and then the vowel shaping or vocal tract shaping from one vowel to another to be able to have the path of least resistance in the throat, to be able to get through these songs 3 to 5 minutes in order to keep from losing our voice. And then we'll find we can sing for hours on end without any hoarseness or strain. All right? Check out my next video.